honestly, I feel like it's need to be said a little bit more often. And when that happens, leave. Take a break. Go for a walk. Happy Saturday, friends. It is so gorgeous out. Woke up earlier than I thought I was going to be able to get out of bed. Joey and I went to the Jays game last night, so had a little bit of a later night, but it was so fun. Such a good time. It was like a very spur of the moment thing that he just texted me out of the blue and was like, hey, I got tickets. So let's do this thing. Kind of like those unexpected things that like doesn't stress me out enough. If I have time to think about an event I'm going to, I'll start stressing out about being like, but I have to do this. And when it's spur of the moment like that, I got no choice but to just enjoy it. And I'm glad I did. It was so fun. But met up with some Forker Pine girls. I live in Toronto and we all went for a walk this morning. It was so nice. Now I'm going to create a plan of attack for how I'm prepping before I leave to Italy. I'm going to try to share as much as possible. But honestly, I'm just going to see how she goes because it's my first time leaving or going on a vacation in general. Around mid-April, Toronto just comes to life with a little bit more heat. She is thriving today. Hello. Just popping in here to say I got absolutely nothing done. I sat down at the coffee shop, fully prepared to create a whole plan of attack for the next couple of weeks. I sat there for about 10-20 minutes. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And honestly, I feel like it's need to be said a little bit more often. And when that happens, leave. Take a break. Go for a walk. I literally just went and got my nails done because I felt like I needed to do something for myself. It's been like non-stop and it can wait another couple hours. So now I'm feeling like a little bit rewarded and gonna go home and try it again. And if that doesn't work, tomorrow morning sounds good too. It's also stunning. I feel like I can't work at all when it's this beautiful out. When you go into Dollarama for one thing. Okay, it's round 2 of trying to get productive at a coffee shop to get work done. I'm walking first thing. I think it's like 9, so it's definitely not first thing. But find that when I start off the day with just like a task list, number 1 to 5 priorities, making like mini tasks underneath them to start checking my way through at the beginning of the day, I am so much better. Like if I go off and do a bunch of things today and then just say I'm gonna do it later, it's just like working out for me. I never get it done. So we're gonna get it done now. It took me all my will to not just sit and have coffee with Joey. We're going to do it and then we're gonna have a nice dinner tonight instead. I would say, my number 2 suggestion for productivity lately, honestly, is meal prepping. I just recorded this in the kitchen, but I realized you couldn't hear me because I'm cooking chicken at the moment. So what I usually do, and I know everybody's like, meal prepping. I don't meal prep like every single meal for the entire week, so we have everything perfect. I do a protein, a complex carb, veggies, whatever is like easy grab and go. So I'll do separate containers, and then if I'm feeling like it, I never like make it 100%. I always can live a little with this way of meal prepping, but like in the morning before I'm going to a coffee shop or like to gym or working or whatever, I'll grab a container, throw some lettuce in it, throw some sweet potato in it, throw some chicken in it, just so I can make it a simple meal. And it's fast, it's all ready to go, and it's saving money, and it's keeping me feeling good. I am very sensitive to what I put in my body, and when I put this stuff in that doesn't react well, I don't become a nice person. So we want to keep the levels balanced and Mel happy. That's honestly why I've seriously committed to meal prepping. But I think it's fun to do like half the chicken Cajun, half the chicken like cumin, paprika, fiesta vibes, and then doing some sweet potato half of the week, and then doing some rice the other half of the week, so you can switch it up, having some romaine, having some greens on hand. It's also amazing for like snacking too. I'm a huge snacker, and if I have everything ready to go, I'll just like be chomping on some healthy stuff rather than like I will literally go to Dollarama and just fiend out on sugar. So okay, so you can see I did a little salty salt because I'm a salty gal. Obviously this isn't the meal prep, that is, but this is pretty much what my lunch looks like during the work week. Don't mind my pickle. But yeah, so we got protein, complex carbs, a base of some sort, usually greens, romaine, iceberg lettuce, rice, whatever. I will do usually sauerkraut, hummus, salsa, things like that for like toppers, and I will put lemon on just about everything. And then I also did like a little squirt of olive oil. Now we eat. I'm trying to get better at not eating while I work, but we're not there yet. We are currently doing some behind the scenes stories, reels content for our new client, Cole Wellness. They are a skincare brand founded by a naturopath who went through a lot with her skin, so she started working on creating her own products that have A1 ingredients, like incredible ingredients. I'm a skincare junkie and I'm obsessed with this stuff. Also a 360 lifestyle brand, so it's not only just like the skin products, it's what you put in your body, which I love too. So there's an omega complex, there's super greens, there's this Formula one that has like collagen and coffee extract, or coffee. Let me just actually get it so I don't butcher it. Yeah, collagen, reishi, stinging nettle, green coffee bean extract. An amazing product. They all are, but that's her go-to. And then this is the marine collagen. Yeah, and then they have a full lineup of skincare, which I am extremely excited to test out. This is the cleansing balm, and it honestly, I've tried the Elemis one, and it reminds me of that, but this is like a better texture, and it gets more off. I find the Elemis one is like kind of waxy, but also how cute. I'm obsessed with this packaging too. I'm just gonna like make a couple cuts for reels and do some story stuff, and then product photography will be next. But yeah, check them out. I'll put their little handle here. Follow along to see the content. Just to show you the full step-by-step, so we have our broke down content pillars. I highlighted the ones that we want to go forward with for captions for the first 2 weeks. And then we have our posts in here. See, these are all the main topics, what I've done already. And then I will go from there, go back to my Canva or Illustrator, whatever I'm building them out in, and I'll actually build my posts. So I'll just make sure that we have everything in here. And then I export all of this stuff and add it into later. So this is kind of this third step process that I love most, building out the feed. At the moment, we're just building out 2 weeks. So here is 15 posts. Once I have this down, I will copy and paste all the captions in, and then I go into my Notion again, into our client page, and I will add them directly in here into the calendar so our clients can go in and check it out. I am embarrassed of what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting outside of a coffee shop when they are closed to finish work on a Friday. Everybody's going to the park, to bars, going out, celebrating their Friday, and I'm doing this. We're almost there. We officially have about 4 days left till we leave for 3 weeks, and I'm trying to get absolutely everything done, organized, and my hair is pretty much telling you how I am right now. But we're getting through it. Oh, dude, get in there. Get in there. No, I want a quick shot of you.
I did not ask for that.
Hello again. I am finalizing a bunch of content that we're planning out for, well, one actually is for a client that's just doing a batch content service. We're not doing social media management. We're just building out like a month's worth of content. So I kind of wanted to show you what that process looks like. And then I have another client who's approved all of the latest content that we're going to be putting out in the next little while. So I'm going to dump that all into later and try to give you a little tips and tricks that I use for planning a feed, and hopefully those help. All right, so this is in our Notion. As you can see, Carly is the mastermind behind building out this Notion for me. Right here, we started off with our content brainstorming. So this is kind of where all of the ideas for topics and things, any type of notes or anything like that, they live in here. And then, so this is a retainer for about 15 posts worth of content. So this client can use all these posts, post them 15 days in a row, post them for the full month, whatever they want to do. This was based on building out carousels and reels. So if you can see here, we got the week, 5 posts a week, and for 3 weeks, they all have all the information within here. This is obviously a little bit more simpler post, but you got caption here, and then you can see a different one. We can go in here. Yeah, so caption, all the different slides will be living in there as well. And then Notion is great because you can just add your comments here and the client will have full access to that, so they can do whatever they need to do there. And then also for reels, we'll just make like a little list of clips that we'll need for those. And then if they're specific to a post, we will put that right in these little boxes. But yeah, and then I will go in and export everything, update like any edits or revisions that are needed from the client, and we will go from there and then plan the feed out. Here is the final look. So main points that I usually tell people are use a color scheme. Obviously you see something going on here. We have the blues, the black and whites, the pops of greens, and then skin tone, just because it's a physique and training service, so we got a lot of skin colors going on there. But yeah, and then I usually will try to plan a little bit of a pattern. So what I like to look at is white space, and you can see here white space, white space, white space, white space, white space, kind of white space. Or another tip for planning, I would look at depth of field. So for example, this row, close up, further away, close up. The text is kind of like bringing it closer to you, so you feel like there's a pattern there going on. And the reason for that is when people land on your Instagram feed, I know it's like, I don't know, people may not think this matters, but you want them to land on your Instagram feed and see all the different things going on. If you come to a feed and it's just like colors everywhere, text everywhere, don't really know what's going on, you won't get a full feel of what they're all about. So that's why I add a little bit of like white space here and there, pops of colors, pops of text, aesthetic photos, patterns, just so like the naked eye can tell what's going on a little bit better. Another tip, get a free later account or get a Planoly account and just drag and drop a bunch of stuff in there and see how it feels together. So you can see, you can like really just like manipulate this as much as you want and just get a feel of like what looks good together. So I have some black and whites here next to each other that they're kind of like complementing each other in a row there. I have some big blocks that are filling up the space, some spaces that are a little bit more white space. So you can just really play around with it, and it takes a little bit, but at the same time, like you'll get used to playing around what works well together, and then when you're posting on the fly, it gets a lot easier to map out and you can just do it in your head naturally. All right, so we're officially leaving tomorrow. I have everything's scheduled out. Things are feeling good. It's just the natural feeling of like stress and anxiety around making sure everything's done and completed. It's all going to work out. It's just leaving a service-based business where you have clients and they're depending on you to do stuff. It is a 24/7 type of thing because you're always thinking about how you can do a better job for them, how you can make them feel more comfortable, things like that. So I'm just trying to today wrap up a few things and then make it as comfortable as possible. Carly and I sat down and we just went through, I brought the products for our latest client and we went through some little things that we can map out for the next month, and then we also set some dates to have content done for approvals, just making sure that we're ahead of the game. So we pretty much have everything mapped out until like mid-May for a lot of stuff. And then yeah, she's been incredible for just saying like shoot me over anything that you need to get off your plate so you can enjoy your time. But honestly, the thought of like going on a vacation right now is one, putting me through getting everything done because I know that I need actual time to reset and rest, and putting in a little bit of extra work, well, a lot of extra work right now to be able to just chill for a second and regroup and like actually reevaluate everything that I'm wanting to do for the future for this company is going to be super, super important. So having Carly by my side has been incredibly helpful to have just like a peace of mind, and also the organization side has been A1. So then a couple little things that I've been trying to do throughout the week for like rapid fire productivity hacks. I've been listening to white noise, or I'll double check on that. It's either white noise or brown noise. They're like focus frequencies. If you just type into Spotify focus frequency or focus like work study frequencies, you'll get a bunch of playlists that are great, and those have helped me like lock in, go into like a solid flow state for work. Another thing is I'll just put do not disturb on my laptop, my phone, and just kind of like go dark mode. I will put autoresponders on emails to make sure that clients know that I'm there, I'm getting their messages, but I'm just like, I will be responding within the day or the next 2 days. I put an autoresponder on my email for while I'm away so people know that I'm away and that I'm not just ghosting them. And then another thing is creating some auto replies for inquiries. So it's been a little bit different lately, but the inquiries that are coming in through the website, I just want to have like an autoresponder coming in for them to make sure that they're not just being left on red, that we'll get back to them. I'm just taking a little time off and we'll schedule discovery calls and just so they have like a little bit of information to go off of when those come in. So I'm going to set those up now and then map out what my travel day looks like tomorrow, and then hopefully hit Sephora to get all the things that I still need to get. I guess I will check in for the next vlog, and I'll be in Italy. Wish me luck. Thank you so much for watching this. I know this is a little bit all over the place, but I hope it helps in any way. I'm going to link a bunch of productivity resources down below, and then also in my newsletter. Check that out because I'm going to be sending a ton of resources there too. Thanks for watching. This has been so fun lately, and I've been loving and getting a little bit more comfortable with my realm of like what I'm doing with this whole YouTube thing. So happy you're here, happy you're watching. Subscribe, that helps so much, and literally when I see that number go up on subscriptions, it's like dance mode. I'm so pumped. It just lights me up. So thank you so much again. I'll see you in the next vlog.